Okay, on this next problem, negative 4 minus squared minus 4 times 1 times 3. So negative 4 squared would be, this parentheses should have been on the outside too. Positive 16, and then negative 4 times 1 times 3 is negative 12. So that equals 4. So this is two solutions. Okay, on this next part, it says find the number of x-intercepts. So the number of x-intercepts is exactly the same as the solution, and a solution and an x-intercept are the same thing. So what we need to do is just determine the discriminant, and that would tell us how many intercepts. So here I have 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 25. So that's 100 minus negative 4 times 1 times 25 is 100. So this equals 0. So whenever it's 0, that's one solution. So that means one x-intercept. Next, I have negative 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times 0. There's no c in this problem. There's nothing right here. So c is 0. So 81. Then negative 4 times 1 is just negative 4 times 1 times 0 is 0. So I get 81. So there are two x-intercepts. Okay. On the next problem, 2 squared minus 4 times negative 1 times negative 4. So that would be 4. And then negative 4 times negative 1 times negative 4 is a negative 16. So this is negative 12. So that means that this has no x-intercepts. Okay, here, negative 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times 3. So 36. And then negative 4 times 3 times 3 is a negative 36. So that equals 0. So that means that this is one x-intercept. The question is, does the vertex lie above, below, or on the x-axis? So if there's only one x-intercept, that means that this has to be on the x-axis because it's only touching one time. Okay, the very last question. Find the value of k so that the equation has two solutions, one solution, and no solution. So what we need to do here is basically find something that we can, two solutions mean it's greater than 0. So we need to find a number we can plug in here to make the whole entire thing greater than 0. So we would have something like negative or b squared. So it's going to have to be negative 4 something squared minus 4 times 1 times 36. Okay, so if I simplify that, negative 4 times something squared, and then negative 4 times 1 times 36 is 144. So that's minus 144. Okay, so whatever we choose to plug in for k for a, which is two solutions, has to be greater than 144. So I need to have something times 4 that's going to be greater than 100, greater than 12, because 12 squared is 144. So how about I could take, I could plug in like a 4 right here. I could have a negative 4 times a negative 4, because that would equal 16 squared, which would be greater than 144. So I'm going to plug in a negative 4 right there. For b, for one solution, I need it to equal 0. So what would I plug in times negative 4? That would get me 12. So I would have to plug in a negative 3, because negative 3 times negative 4 would equal 12, and 12 squared is 144. And then for c, I need it to equal a negative number, so something less than